Alright guys, so we're at the shopping mall right now and we're actually just walking, and this is take 2 of this clip because one, my gimbal stopped working halfway through, and number 2, it was so windy out there so I couldn't even get a good clip in without, you know, a lot of wind noise behind me. It's pretty noisy in here, but what we're going to do is walk up to JB Hi-Fi right now and pretty much go express there, look at those capture cards and see what we can find. Guys, they actually only sell 3, $149, sorry, $199, $249, and what is that, $270. Guys, so we are on our way to the video game store instead now because JB Hi-Fi actually only sold the top of the range stuff like Elgato, and the very cheapest that they have there is $199. So, but leave me feedback down there in the comments, you know, is it good value? Like, do they work well? Because I'm not willing to spend $199 straight away without, you know, some evidence, but maybe I'll need to actually look up a review online or something first, and then I'll, you know, have a look. They actually did not sell it. We're walking back to the car right now, and I'm actually pretty shocked that the actual video game store didn't sell capture cards, but hey, that's EB Games. In America you'd call it GameStop, but EB Games over here, we get everything different. So we're gonna head back towards home-ish area now. I actually want to check out that swamp we went to in a previous vlog a little while back. I reckon because of all this rain, dude, it is super bright out here. That's a difference from the rain, but I reckon because of all this rain, it is going to be super flooded, but we're gonna go and have a look. We've actually had over about 6 inches of rain over the last 24 hours, so it's done now and it's really bright. I should have brought my sunglasses, but guys, come along with me, let's get going. So I'm back in the bush right now, guys, and we just had our second rainiest 2 days on record. Yesterday and the day before, it rained pretty much non-stop for 48 hours, which was a bit strange for the summer months because obviously we got our summer December, January, February, and I'm just watching where I'm standing because the sand is very wet and unsturdy and I don't want to step in a puddle or anything like that. So it's pretty much completely flooded, guys. Here's what we've had for 2 days of rain. Right, guys, despite the wind, this trail looks promising, so we're gonna head up. And I thought while we're heading up, I'll do a bit of a story time. So a few years ago now, it would have been 2013, I believe, so what, 4 years ago, when I was still in high school, I got my bike out of the bike rack and I'm riding along home and I see a lot of smoke up in the sky. And keep in mind, this was peak summertime, like the December area, just before we finish up at school for the good year, for the summer break. And fix up the camera a little bit. Anyway, and as I was coming home, we're approaching this fire and I thought, you know what? I doubt it's anywhere close by, because fires always look closer than they actually are. You're always near them by the looks of it. The smoke is in that direction, and then as you move forward you figure out, no, it's actually over there. That's for bushfires. So I was heading home, and just as I'm getting home I actually see the smoke and I start smelling the smoke and I'm thinking, oh, this is actually pretty close. So I get home and I can actually see flames in this very bush over here. And these flames were like 10 meters high and there was fire wardens across the road and they hadn't actually evacuated us yet, but the water bombers were over and they had helicopters coming over and dumping water on it. And what actually happened, as one of those water bombers was coming in this direction actually, and I live right over in that direction there, so as water bombers were actually coming over, they dumped their water and the fire would have been in here. In fact, you can see how clear it is. Well, let me put the camera up a little bit. You can see how clear it is. It never used to be this clear because the fire obviously burnt through here. So the water bomber was coming up over the swamp because they get the water from the lake up there in the next suburb along, and he comes up over the swamp, dumps his water, and as he's coming along he actually soaks some people on the street, and he just narrowly misses one of the fire wardens that was closing off one of the side streets approaching the fire. I'm actually surprised we did not get evacuated that day. To this day, I'm still surprised because the fire was really close. But I suppose at the end of the day, they're the professionals and they know who's in danger and who's not. So guys, I hope you did enjoy that bit of a story. That's pretty much all I've got, and I'm staring at this big thorny bush and I need to go around. I was about to walk into a bush of thorns and that would be super painful. Ugh. That is pretty tight. Fitting under the branches and spider webs and such, so yeah. Okay, we're in. I think we've gotten through this part of the trail. Not the most difficult part we've been through today, but it's good, obviously good exercise to be getting out and just in nature itself, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's a bit of a different kind of vlog, but getting the late start that I did, we've kind of got to be able to take it easy. Guys, look where we ended up. We ended up on the other side of that flooded pathway that we wanted to get through before. That's really awesome. So we kind of just took the long way around, but if you can see up ahead, you can see all the flooding. So that's where we are right now. And if we go this way, this is actually the end of that pathway. Alright guys, so we're coming out a different spot than when we went in. There's actually a nice little gateway specifically meant for people like us to go through. It is again super windy. Now I have to shout at you to get my point across. And we are back from that little bushwalk. We've actually been back for a little while now. I've been editing this vlog. So it's now 6:30 in the evening and I'm gonna wrap up the vlog right here so I have some time just to finish this whole editing process. It does take a long time to edit these vlogs for you guys, so I do really appreciate it. If you can give them a like, give them a comment just to show me, you know, what you're thinking. And I want to see what you guys think and I want to get your opinions. So leave me a comment down below about that Elgato capture card. Are they worth it? Do they do a good job? Leave me a comment down below. Any other feedback, suggestions, anything like that you guys have, leave me a comment and I will be reading and responding to every single comment down below. Guys, remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of me, or I'll even put a little profile picture, the one that says DST above one of my shoulders, I'm not sure where yet, and click that and click subscribe. It even works on the mobile. Righto guys, see you later, stay inspired.